Hello and welcome to Hop Along Studio. In today's video, I want to share with you about how you can set your artistic and creative goals for the year. So often we think about goal setting and we think about our work goals, we think about some relationship goals, maybe losing weight or other things we want to accomplish, but we don't always think about our creative goals. For a long time, I really believe that creative goals were selfish or kind of frivolous. That would be things that be fit in after everything else I need to do. And lately I've been thinking about how these goals are the most important goals for my life. So I've started prioritizing my creative goals as part of my yearly planning and my goal setting. So as I come up with my plan for the year, I like using the SMART goals when I'm creating my goals for the year. Part of that is because SMART goals are very specific and they help you define your goal. So instead of something being very vague, it helps you really refine your goal. So what a SMART goal is a SMART goal is actually 5 different components to a goal. S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for realistic, and T for time bound. And so all those 5 components together make your SMART goal. So an example of this is I want to paint with acrylics this year. That is a very general goal. Well, a SMART goal would be I want to learn how to paint with acrylics by taking a beginner acrylic class at my local art studio. And then throughout the next 6 months, I want to create 4 paintings by the end of June. And then that way you have a time limit, it's very specific, and there's a better chance you're actually going to complete that goal. So why do we want to set creative goals? Because it can help us stay focused in those moments where we're not feeling creative. I used to believe years ago that you would have this kind of creative muse and you felt really inspired, and then you would do all these paintings or all these projects, and that's how you found creativity. And one thing I've realized is that creativity is a process, and that it doesn't always come easy. Sometimes you need to have those goals of I'm going to pick up my paintbrush and I'm going to paint today even when I don't feel like it. Because so many days I've realized that without that planning, without going, I'm going to take this picture and I'm going to paint this painting, or I am going to use this product and give it a try, I wouldn't actually create anything. And I would really lose out from that opportunity to maybe learn something new just because I'm not feeling inspired. And so goal setting can really help us really have that focus that we are going to keep working through and trying, and that will help us move past some of those creative blocks that we sometimes have. And personally, I also find that creativity helps me with my mental health. It helps me process things. The art journal for me is such a powerful medium for being able to express feelings, express thoughts, to try out things without judgment. And so for myself, I find that the creative process of the creative goal setting isn't just a thing that helps me learn something new, but it's actually very good for my mental health. And I feel like that creative process for our mental health is just as important as the things we do for our physical health, like working out or eating healthy. In a sense, by doing art journaling and other creative outlets, this allows us to have a really good mental health practice as well. So when choosing creative goals, it can feel a little bit overwhelming at the beginning. So I usually think about the one thing I want to learn this year. And that's where I start. It's like, oh, I want to learn how to do this type of acrylic painting better. I want to do pixelation paintings. That's my newest thing, is I'm going to learn how to do pixelated paintings. I'm going to do a whole series this year. And that's one of the plans that I have for my creative goals for this year. So it's important not to get too wrapped up about having 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 goals. I'll be honest, I have an entire list of things I would like to try this year, but I have a few main goals that I'm really working on, and through that helps me refine what's really important to me and then how I can incorporate and fit these other things into these goals. So as I was working on my goals this year and figuring out what I wanted to do on my channel, I want to share with you some of the things you can expect from the studio this year. Next week I'm sharing a project using contour painting and drawing, and showing you how you can use resist along with contour drawing for some really interesting art journal projects. Also, I have a lot of different techniques that I would like to share with you this year, and just different products that I have been playing around with that I wanted to share with you through different videos. I'll also be doing some art journal projects and also some product comparisons, because I know so often there's so many products out there, it can be really confusing about knowing where to start. So I wanted to share with you some of my favorites and why I use them. I also want to share with you some canvas and off the page projects as well. I have a lot of mediums and things that are a lot more dimensional that work a lot better on a canvas than they do in an art journal. So I hope you'll follow along this year, and I hope you have some ideas on what maybe you want to learn this year. I would love to know what your creative goal for the year is and what videos you would like to see, because I don't have my schedule set in stone. I would love to hear what you're interested in so that I can help you in your creative journey. So I'm hoping you'll follow along in 2022. Again, leave a comment below on what your goals are and what you would like to see. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe, like this video, and just comment below. And I will see you more next year.